And we are live. Welcome to Sapphire Ridge News. Our topic today is Fani Willis. Fani suffered another huge loss yesterday. The Georgia Attorney General made a statement, which I will read to you. So here's what the statement says. Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr, this is according to The Hill, encouraged the state's top court not to take up Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis's appeal of ruling disqualifying her from criminally prosecuting President-elect Trump. And then this is what his statement says. Lawfare has become far too common in American politics, and it must end. As such, I would encourage the Georgia Supreme Court not to take her appeal, Carr said in a statement posted to the social platform X. The Georgia Court of Appeals, the state's intermediate court, in a ruling earlier this month, disqualified Willis and her office from the prosecution over the district attorney's romantic relationship with Nathan Wade. A top prosecutor she hired for the case. Once Wade stepped aside, the trial court had allowed Willis to move forward. Willis is now appealing to the Georgia Supreme Court, hoping to revive her ability to prosecute Trump and more than a dozen of his allies for entering an alleged months-long criminal conspiracy to unlawfully overturn the results of the 2020 election. Mr. Carr is a witness in the case he is trying to influence. Apparently, he is more focused on politics of the 2026 Republican gubernatorial primary rather than the law, Willis responded. If Mr. Carr cannot separate his ambition to become governor from his duties as Attorney General, he should resign and focus on being a full-time candidate rather than serving as a constitutional officer sworn to uphold the constitutions and laws of the United States and Georgia, Willis added. Steve Sadow, Trump's lead defense attorney in Georgia, applauded Carr's statement, calling the case a one-time situation that doesn't meet the state Supreme Court's criteria for granting review. AG Carr is right, Sadow wrote. Though Willis has been disqualified, Trump's Georgia charges are not yet officially dismissed. If the court doesn't take the case, a nonpartisan state agency would take over and have several options for how to proceed, including dropping the charges. Trump has separately argued his Georgia charges must be dismissed now that he is president-elect. His election similarly led to the dismissal of his two federal criminal prosecutions, and Trump has a pending effort to dismiss his New York criminal case that stems from a 2016 hush money payment. Hush money payments are not illegal. It's called an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. And that's the end of that. And that was from The Hill, which I'm not a big fan of The Hill. They became basically more liberal than they used to be. But that's the name of that tune there. But that's the third loss in a week's time. Let's see what else. Atlanta Journal-Constitution. See if there's anything else. Yeah. So Fani Willis lost again. This is her third loss in a week. Now she has Chris Carr, the Georgia State Attorney General, coming after her. And it's going to keep coming. You know, her saying that Chris Carr should resign and focus on being governor, she's making enemies. And it's not good to make enemies, at least political enemies. She's playing with fire, literally, because Chris Carr has the authority to launch an investigation into her office. And up until now, he's held back from doing that, but I don't think he's going to hold back for much longer. Basically, after she threw down the gauntlet and told him that he needs to resign and just focus on running for governor and let someone that knows how to do the job of attorney general do the job, that's not a good idea. She's making enemies left and right. Pam Bondi, the incoming U.S. Attorney General, said when she filed this, when Fani filed this, Pam Bondi said, as a career-long prosecutor, if I behaved like Fani Willis, I would not be able to look myself in the mirror. Pam Bondi has a strong record behind her of being for the people, being against criminals. There's a YouTube clip of Pam Bondi when she was Attorney General and Sheriff Grady Judd was arresting cartel members that were coming in, and they were setting up drug houses and stuff in Florida. Pam Bondi said, if you come across the border and you come to my state and you expect to spread your poison, know this, we will put you in jail. And that's exactly the kind of person we need as Attorney General. Someone with guts, someone to stand for the victims, stand against criminals, and the like. And I was glad that Pam Bondi got picked for U.S. Attorney General. She was two-term Florida Attorney General with a good following and a good backing, you know, well liked by the people of Florida. And I think she will do a great job as Attorney General. Anyhow, that's what I have for y'all today. Welcome aboard, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.